Hello, everyone. This is Safari Pat, and I'm here with 16-year-old Grace, who is our newest wildlife wonder kid. Grace, it's nice to meet you. How are you?
Good. It's nice to meet you too.
Well, we're very excited to learn more about you and your love for animals and what you're going to be doing this upcoming year to help out with conservation. So, my first question for you, Grace, is how did you get interested in animals in the first place? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
My interest of animals really started with my mother. She's a zookeeper at the Denver Zoo, so getting to grow up watching these animals and getting these cool experiences at the zoos really just sparked my interest.
Oh, I can't imagine. That was one of my favorite places growing up. I mean, I think the zoo for me was definitely one of those places that really captivated my interest. So that's amazing. And I actually want to ask you, what were some of your favorite animals growing up when you were at the zoo?
Mostly rhinos, but it was all over the place because I just couldn't decide.
That's awesome. I love rhinos too. All right, so I found out you were and still are a teen volunteer at the Denver Zoo, which is super cool. Can you tell us about that experience? What do you do as a teen volunteer at the zoo?
Well, basically, we get to talk about conservation to the public, and we work with the zookeepers and help making the animals' diets and cleaning their exhibits.
Awesome. That's super cool. So you've been doing it for a couple summers. What would you say has been like the most enjoyable thing from this whole experience?
The most enjoyable thing has to be working with the keepers and getting to know all the animals in the zoo.
That's awesome. Well, one of the things that I'm really excited to hear about is that you, first off, are a big polar bear fan, and that happens to be the zodiac animal for our KCF month of January. So you have an opportunity, I heard, to go travel to Alaska to study polar bears. Is that correct?
Yes.
That's amazing. So tell us more about this. How did you get a chance to do this? What are you going to be doing there? I can't wait to hear about this.
Well, I got the chance to do this when I heard about Katie Adamson Fund through my mother, and basically, we're going to be going up to Alaska and observing the polar bears that live there and trying to help with decreasing human and polar bear conflict.
That's awesome. I think it's so important that everyone who is aware of those issues, you get up there and you can do what you can to help out. And I think it's amazing that you get a chance to do that. So one of the things about the Katie's Kids Club is that we really want kids to be inspired to go out and help. And I think one of my biggest questions for you is you are clearly getting an opportunity to do something to help out these polar bears, which I think is amazing. But in general, what would you say to kids who are interested in helping out? What are ways that they can help out in their local communities or just, do their part to help, in conservation? What kind of advice would you have for kids out there?
I would say to kids out there that the best things you can do right now is little things in your own home, like turning off your lights when you leave the room and making sure you don't leave the water on when you brush your teeth. And also just telling your friends about the amazing things you learn about animals because the best way that we can help them is to spread the love.
That's an incredible answer. Well, Grace, I cannot wait to hear about this polar bear trip that you have coming. And thank you so much for not only your passion for wildlife conservation, but the action that you're going to be taking to help out and do your part with polar bear conservation. So have a great time when you go up there, and we can't wait to hear about it.
Thank you. Thank you.